If people are really going to wake up in this world and really understand and really want the truth, they know it's in Trump.
And what about the indictments? Do those bother you at all?
Absolutely not. I don't even believe they have any value, any truth to them. They're fake. Absolutely fake.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
But Trump's the one who's not in office. So the liberals were happy about the 2020 election. So if there is a group that's crying about it, it would be conservatives.
He was first elected, and we were trying to, in 2020, we were trying to make that happen again, make them cry again.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
But then he lost.
He lost, right, and now they're doing everything they can possible to stop him from even running in 24.
But if you had to say who's been crying about the 2020 election, who would it be?
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
Trump, no more bullshit.
But what does it actually say there?
Well, you just have to use a blue Sharpie.
Okay. But it means bullshit.
Yes.
But it says
Soul shit.
soul.
If our country wasn't in such a dire and precarious spot at the moment, it would be much easier to brush off these folks' beliefs and everybody could move on. But we all know that may never happen because these goofballs have so much political power.
What if you have a child who was born gay and you
He's
want...
not born gay. He is born either a male or he is born either a female. It's the
No,
world.
no, I'm not saying that he's not male. I'm just saying that he's gay, his sexual orientation.
That is something that he mentally is indoctrinating himself to believe that.
So he's not born...
He is not, no, you cannot, your DNA, you cannot change your DNA. That
No,
is
I'm not
something-
saying your DNA. I'm not at all saying
Well,
anything
but
about...
that DNA is developed inside the womb of a mother. And after you're born, that's what it is. It continues that way. It does not change.
This woman is so transphobic, she can't even answer the question about whether a child of hers would be gay in the correct manner because her first response is, no, you're born a male and a female. That wasn't the question. It was, what if your child is gay? She says, well, that's something that mentally they have indoctrinated themselves to think. And the other aspect is, yeah, you can't change your DNA. What does that have to do with being gay? So not only is she transphobic, but she's also homophobic. And it's 2023. Why in the world do you care? Even back then, way back then, why would you even care what your child does with their sexuality and who they love as long as they're healthy? And what we're seeing here, people, is an individual who's conflating politics, science, and religion to justify her bigotry. Her opinion is not based on facts, but rather the evangelical Christian dogma that we see so often.
But he is coming again, and he is coming to Jerusalem.
And
We are in the end times.
The reason why religion and bigotry are such useful tools for the right wing is because a lot of people in that community are evangelical Christians and they want to hide behind the Word of God, what Jesus would do, what Jesus says. This is what the Word of God says in the Bible. So that means you shouldn't be doing that. It's an abomination. And what happens is you inflict a lot of harm and pain upon so many marginalized communities. And they try to act as if they're doing the Lord's work. You got all these insecurities and fears about the unknown of what's different to you. When you do that, you want to cancel out, you want to erase the unknown, the differences, whether somebody being black, whether somebody being gay or trans, you name it. That's why it's so dangerous to have these talking points go unchecked. Because if they do go unchecked, you're going to see more lives impacted in a severely negative way by the people in the right wing. You can't just pass it off as, oh, they're lunatics, whatever, because the people who represent them They think the same way, and they got a lot of political power. Talking about Donald Trump and others.
My gay friends say that they were born gay, and you say that they weren't. They're
I
males and
disagree
females.
with that. They are not born. They don't know as a child that they are gay.
No, I'm not saying as a child. I don't know what age they are, but it's part of them as the same way heterosexuality is part of me.
Because that's what they want to believe. They want to be a part of what is not created by God.
They want to be a part of something that's not created by God. In other words, you're not a child of God if you have that identity, if you have that belief system, if that's how you go about your business. She probably thinks you're evil. Religion can be used for morally just and unjust purposes depending on someone's interpretation and their motivation, right? We can see political leaders using the words of the Lord to uplift and bring communities together. But then there are other times where politicians will take passages, take verses out of context and pervert them to support whatever narrative they're trying to put out there about a certain group of people so that you can alienate them and rile up your base even more.
I stand for biblical principles all the way, and so doesn't he. He does not lie. He tells the truth. There is too much hidden, and that which is hidden will be revealed, and that is what's happening right now with all the darkness and all the corruption going on.
The MAGA movement is a super cult. I think we all should be in agreement with that. If not, then I don't know what to say to you. But the movement has similarities with other cults like the Ku Klux Klan, where in both groups, the leaders they reel people in by playing on their fears and insecurities and their low self-worth. And when you combine all those together and you make it seem as if a certain group of people are the reason why they're not succeeding, why they don't have all the resources that they do, then those individuals who you are leading are going to be brainwashed, and they're going to think everything you say is gospel, which is really, really unhealthy, to say the least, because there's nobody on this planet who should be able to say whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want, and you say, yep, I'm on board. But that's what happens when you have people who are frustrated and who have some nasty beliefs about different people. And then the cult leader, they just take it to a whole nother level.